Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Sri Banerjee, core faculty for the College of Health Sciences and Public Policy at Walden University. And in this segment, I'm going to be going over another country in the continent of Africa, which is Libya. I've made it a task to try to understand most of the countries in Africa so that I can have a better grasp of the political and the situation and the flags and understanding different components of Libya. So let's go ahead and get started. Why does Libya matter, right? This country is in a strategic location, kind of at a crossroads between Africa, the Middle East, and Europe. Um, Libya also happens to be a major oil producer, and whenever there's oil, oil is known as liquid gold. So all of the countries are trying to lay claim to some of the natural resources that are available. And then finally, why Libya matters is that um, a lot of kind of what I said already, foreign influence, such as Egypt, Russia, Turkey, United Arab Emirates, their influence is there. So this was historically, this was a country that was ruled by a brutal regime by Muammar Gaddafi, and so that actually went away. But he was deposed. But then um, what happened was a lot more conflict came about afterwards. So even 6 days ago, I was trying to look at some current events, and even 6 days ago, there was a power sharing plan. So they're trying to get to a point where there's two fighting factions, one that's not more powerful than the other. So they're equal in power. So they keep it's the GNU. I'm going to talk about this more in detail later, but there's two factions that are trying to lay claim to all of Libya. There's a lot of protests going on. About a month ago, 15 days ago, there was a citizens stage a protest of the Interior Ministry of the Government of National Unity in Tripoli. Tripoli is the capital of Libya, and they reject the resettlement of illegal immigrants in Libya. So a lot of people that are coming for a better life, they try to settle down in Libya, and the people that are living there already are protesting that. And we see this phenomenon take place all over the world regarding this. Um, so the two, what are the names of the two rival authorities? One is the Government of National Unity, and that's what GNU stands for, which I was referring to. And this is led by Abdul Hamid the Bibe. And the Eastern administration aligned with Khalifa Haftar and the Libyan National Army. So it's the GNU versus the LNA. Those are the two split factions, and they have persisted because neither side can decisively overpower the other. And this is what I was referring to. Um, so instead of a full-scale war, this was kind of a managed fragmentation. So frozen conflict where institutions are split, armed groups hold power, and foreign actors, Turkey and Russia, influence that balance. So there's always proxy wars going on in different countries, and we saw that in Rwanda and Congo, that this was taking place. And so once again, this is what's taking place. Um, so Libya remains a major departure point for Mediterranean crossings. Nearly 1,000 migrants have died in 2026 attempting the journey. Um, so there are arrest waves in Tripoli, clashes near oil facilities, and militia activity continue to destabilize daily life. Um, so there's a lot of oil, heavily dependent on oil, which make up 65% of GDP. So that's a lot. 93% of exports and 72% of government revenue. So After this disruptions in 2024, GDP is projected to grow by 13.3% in 2025, and this is because of the 17% oil increase, oil production. Um, so, as I said, there was a boat disaster that killed a lot, that is killing a lot of people, and then the Turkish Air Force transport flights linked to Hafar's forces is something that is going on in military activity. So I think I've gone over trying to explain this country, but there's here's like I said, here's Libya, and then let's take a look at some of the countries. So the neighboring countries are Egypt, Sudan, Chad, Niger, Algeria, and Tunisia. Um, so about this is one of the fourth largest countries in Africa, and the 16th largest in the world. So it's a huge country. Um, GDP is 46.6 billion, and population is 7.4 million. So, um, considering that it's such a big country, there's not too many people living there. And here's some of the different pictures that are located in here. I'm going to share some pictures with you so that you can have a glimpse. Um, so, how war in Libya became an internationalized battle. Like I said, there's a lot of proxy wars going on between other countries. Um, this is some people call it the civil war. Here's this Libyan civil war. People with guns, and these aren't very sophisticated guns, but enough to cause a lot of damage. Um, here's the more guns. Growing Russia influence in Libya civil war, instability in Libya, global conflict tracker, and these are some sophisticated weapons right here. Um, Tanks turned into guns. UN is warning this may turn into a full-scale civil war. There's a flag of Libya. Um, Again, this is a lot of military clashes going on. Um, Military helps turn the tide in Libyan civil war, and this was in 20. So there's just a lot of conflicts with war and whatnot. And um, don't get me wrong, this is a very beautiful country. There's a lot of different um, fauna, flora, things like that to visit. And here's the state of Libya. Um, and here's this the sickle moon, which is symbolic of the Islamic religion, the Muslim religion. Um, so yeah, that's pretty much it. There's Libya is a great place. A lot of sparse open land, but there's a lot of conflict going on, proxy wars and whatnot. So I hope this has made some sense. Thank you for listening.